everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Tuesdays, the segment in which I head to the Tokyo Disney theme parks to sample and review every last eatery. Apologies, first and foremost, for missing all of last month. I was out sick, which is an unfortunate reality when you work with children. However, I am feeling better, so I'm going to try and get through this without losing my voice. We will see how that goes. On to the episode. This week, we are going to be looking at the Vulcania restaurant. Located in Tokyo Disney Sea, the Vulcania restaurant is one of the easier locations to get to, relatively speaking, due to its central location. Starting in the Mediterranean harbor, veer to the right. Continue walking around, keeping the water on your left, and passing by Cafe Portofino and the Zambini Brothers Ristorante. Head up the steps of the Villa della Viti and turn left. As you continue to follow the path around, keeping the water on your left, Mount Prometheus will appear on your right, as Fortress Exploration shows up in front of you. Turn right and head into Mount Prometheus through the tunnel. Once back under the open sky, turn right and follow the pathway around the caldera. You'll pass 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on your left, and then, very shortly after that, Vulcania Restaurant will appear on your right. Vulcania Restaurant is a cafeteria-style table service location. Carved into the side of Mount Prometheus, this eatery shares its aesthetic with the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. It's a very interesting combination of 1 part Art Nouveau, 2 parts Art Deco, and all parts steampunk. There is some outdoor seating available, but most of the seating is indoors. Speaking of which, be prepared for low light conditions. It's not actually as dark as my camera likes to pretend it is, but it is darker than you might expect. Even so, there is plenty to see wherever you look. No bad choices here. Alright, so today we are at the Vulcania restaurant, I think it's pronounced, I'm not sure. I will have to look it up. Regardless, their specialty at this location is sort of this steamed dumplings sort of food and other Asian cuisine. I'm not quite sure where to start. I've got the fried chicken, or Karaage. I've got an apple cinnamon lava cake, which is appropriate since we're inside a volcano. And I have, like I showed, the steam bun sampler. I think... Oh, and I also have a drink. This is an alcoholic beverage, seasonal drink, I believe. It's sparkling apricot. Let's start with that. Definitely sparkling. Quite tasty. Very good. I'm going to start with the chicken. Chicken seems like the place to start today. I'll have to check and see. I think they have silverware here if you desire it. All right, chicken into my face hole. That is tasty. Very tasty indeed. Let's try another piece, make sure that wasn't a one-off. Nope, still good. Although I can see this one is getting soggy really easily, so that's worth noting. This is very cute. It's got little bits of fruit floating in it, and there's what I'm assuming is a mint leaf on top. Let's try our steamed bun sampler. It comes, I think I showed you, but just in case, it comes in this nice little, it's a plastic box made to look sort of like the, I guess, bamboo steamers that they use. I just found out that the bottom sort of pushes up, so that's definitely something to be aware of. And then you open it, and you've got your steam buns falling all around in there. All right, I'm assuming I'm gonna like the big white one. The little white one with the pink dot on it, I'm not so sure about. I'm assuming that there is shrimp in there, and so I'm probably not gonna like that one. The yellow one that looks like a bird's nest, I have no idea what that one's gonna be like, so we'll try. Start with this one, because I said I don't think I'm gonna like this one, but fortune favors the bold. It's not bad. It does taste a little bit shrimpy, which means it's really not my favorite, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. There's the inside. So whatever it is on the inside, it's pretty much just pureed. Not bad. Ah! And then I dropped it. All right, let's try the next one. We're gonna go with this bird's nest looking one. I think there was a whole shrimp in that. So inside, again, you have something that's pretty finely pureed, but I'm pretty sure that there was an entire shrimp in that bite. It feels like there was an entire shrimp in that bite. I don't like surprise shrimp. It makes me not happy. All right, last one. I actually don't have any idea how I'm supposed to eat this. I usually eat them by hand when I'm at home because I'm awful. Don't eat the paper. Not bad at all. So you can see the amount of inside filling is not very much at all. Honestly, if this is the sort of thing that you were looking for, I would just go across the way to the other place in Mysterious Island. And lacking that mysterious shrimpy flavor. Lacking shrimp flavor is one of my favorite flavors. All right, last but certainly and hopefully not least, we're gonna try the apple cinnamon lava cake, which again, looks like an adorable volcano. I think I need a fork for this. I suggest forks. Oh wow. So the white topping on top just cracked right down the middle, leaving me with just shards of what I'm assuming are white chocolate? Probably white chocolate. Hard to tell because the apple cinnamon flavor is very intense. And almost as soon as I cut this thing in half, that's basically all I can smell now. That's good. I like this a lot. There are little chunks of whole apple in the cake. All right, so that's it for the Vulcana or Vulcania or Vulcania, whatever this place is called. That's it for here. I will see you wherever we end up next. Bye. Home again, and time to review. Service is almost a 3 out of 5, but then not quite. I did have to wait in line at this location, as you will have to wait in line at almost every table location, but I don't feel like I waited for an overly long time. They did keep the line moving at a pretty decent clip. My issue with this location comes when the people in front of me got a handheld menu to read in line, and the people behind me got a handheld menu to read in line, but I received no such handheld menu. Now, there is a menu that you can read, posted up front, but I'd like to have a chance to know what I'm ordering before I get to the front so that I can, prepare in my head and not hold the line up. And I already knew what foods I wanted to get, but I didn't know if the combo meal would be worth that, if I was going to be getting extra food with the combo meal or not enough food, one of those sorts of deals. So I decided that I would just, order a la carte and what would come would come. So as I was going through the line, I realized by looking at the people in front of me who had ordered a combo meal that, yeah, basically the combo meal was what I wanted. And when I reached the register, the woman working seemed confused because I had all of the food for a combo meal, but not the right tray. Now, I was hoping that she would give me the price for the combo meal, even though I didn't have the right tray, but when I checked my receipt after the fact, I did get charged the a la carte prices for everything. In this case, the price difference was only about 300 yen, which is not so bad, but the principle of the thing still stands. When I was working in food service, I always tried to give people the best deal possible, whether or not they knew how to ask for it. So maybe this is a policy thing. You know, it might not be their fault that they had to charge me that, but in that case, fault lies with policy, and either way, it's a 2 out of 5. Atmosphere is a 4 out of 5. This is another eatery that feels like it goes all out in its ambiance. The interior feels like it's been carved directly out of the volcanic rock of Mount Prometheus, and there are exposed pipes and wires everywhere that just add to the entire steampunk feel to it. Now, I can't say if it reflects accurately on 2000 Leagues Under the Sea, because I actually haven't seen that movie yet, which makes me a bad Disney fan, I know. However, it does go all out in its atmosphere. There's no direction that you can look where you're not going to find something cool to look at. So it's definitely a 4 out of 5 for me, regardless of how well it's reflecting the movie. Price is a 3 out of 5. Now, I will say up front, this is not one of the cheaper eateries in the park. However, it's also pretty far from one of the more expensive locations, so, you know, take that into consideration. If you are working on a budget, definitely check the prices before you order. I will say that this is one of the locations where the price is worth it. The food is well plated, it's delicious, and it's filling. All of which I feel like that balances out the slightly steeper price tag to me. 3 out of 5. Overall, this gives the Vulcania restaurant an average rating of 3 out of 5. Yep. With a perfectly average 3 out of 5, this ties the Vulcania restaurant with 13 other eateries on the master list. Well done. I'm going to go ahead and slot it in just below the Camp Woodchuck Kitchen on the master list. Both of these locations suffer slight issues with the service aspect, however, both have incredible atmospheres as well as delicious and creative food. I tend to favor Camp Woodchuck Kitchen because I don't really like seafood, however, it could go either way, honestly. This will, of course, earn it 24th place on the master list. Very nice. Meanwhile, on the counter service lineup, it's going to face a similar series of ties, which will, of course, play out in a similar way, earning it 19th place. Very nice. So, that's it for this week. Come back next week if you want to find out where I'll be then. Hint! We'll be going on an expedition to reach this location. Additionally, I'll be doing a special one-off super secret video to make up for missing all of February, so keep your eyes out for that as well. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave those down below. We'd love to hear from you. Give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. We'd surely appreciate it. If social media is more your flavor, you can find us there. Links to that in the description box. And I will see you next week for another Tokyo Tuesday.